Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for those of you who are new around here, I'm Jem and I'm a mummy to two, and they are 5 years old and nearly 18 months old. Today's video is a much requested updated changing bag video. The last time I filmed this for you, Toby was only a few months old, so we've obviously changed a lot in what we need to take out with us. His needs have changed, so obviously the bag needed to be updated. So I'm going to get stuck right in and show you what I have in my changing bag. I know a lot of people seem to ditch their changing bag once their child turns 1 year old, but I like to keep it just because I don't like using my handbags for the children's things because it gets very messy. My children are quite messy with their food and change of clothes, things like that. So I like to keep their things separate in a changing bag, and if I need to, I'll pop my things in another bag, but this bag is big enough for everything. So the bag I'm using at the minute is this Skip Hop bag. I absolutely love it. I love the chevron print. I think it's gorgeous. It has so many pockets. There are pockets for everything. You are not going to run out of space with this bag. Another thing I really like is that it's got built-in straps that will attach to your buggy. So you don't just have the long one. You do have that strap, but I don't use that. I've taken it off completely. But you have these extra little clips that will attach to your buggy like so that it will hang on your buggy at the perfect height. You also have the two shorter handles there, so when you do want to take it off, you can carry it around. First up, wipes. We have recently changed to using reusable wipes. We've gone for the cheeky wipes. If you don't know already, we no longer use disposable wipes, and this change has been brilliant for us. We've had no issues so far. We absolutely love using them, and yeah, we just find that it's saving us so much money now. And do you know what? They're much better at cleaning up your child, definitely. Even those dreaded poops, which I was like, oh, using a reusable wipe, how's that gonna fare? But it's been brilliant. If you don't know already, then reusable wipes, you store them in a box when you're at home. So when you go out, you use these bags. So you have the fresh bag there, and you have your mucky bag there. So I've obviously not got any in here at the minute because I'm just at home, but you'll pop your wipes into there. I usually squeeze them off a little bit just so they're not too wet. So you pop your clean ones in there, and then when you're done, you pop your dirty ones into there, and this just zips off to go in the washing machine. So they're the wipes I've been using, and I think they're brilliant. And obviously to go with wipes, you need nappies, and I usually just take 2 nappies out now. We've been using the Pampers nappy pant ones. I always stumble over calling them pull-ups, but they are nappy pants. So they don't actually have the tabs, they are just like little pants. And these we've been using since he was around 6 months old, and they're so much better for wriggly babies. I used to take out like 1 nappy per hour we were going to be out, but I just take 2 out now because I find that you don't need to change him that often when we're out anymore. Speaking of changing him, I always carry a spare outfit, and when I mean a spare outfit, I mean everything. So I take socks, a vest, pants and a t-shirt. I don't usually take a spare coat with us just because if that gets mucky, it's not the end of the world. I'll just give it a wipe down. But clothes wise, I don't like him to be like wet if he's gone playing in puddles and things like that. I don't want him to get poorly, so I make sure I have a full change of outfit. Also, to go with changing, I take out some nappy bags. I have about 3 or 4 of these in my bag. I don't like to take the full roll out just because usually one of the children finds them and messes with them. The one thing that I always find that I definitely need in my bag for both my children is snacks and drinks. So Toby usually has his in this little Tommy Tippy sippy cup, or he does do really well with just sports cap drinks, so like fruit shoots, things like that, but we tend to just stick to taking a water bottle out for him. And we do usually take one out for Livy as well, but she's taken the one we take out to school today. Snacks wise, I always take out a banana or an apple with us, but I need to go and get some today. Then I also keep dry things that aren't going to go off that easily in the bag, just so there's always something in there for an emergency. We've been loving these Disney bars. They're like little fruit bakes, so they're almost like the, oh, what were they called? The breakfast bars. I can't remember what make they were, but yeah, they love those. And then they're both really enjoying these coconut rolls at the minute from Kiddylicious, so I keep a couple of packets of them in there. I always keep 2 of everything just so they've both got 1 each. Raisins are always a massive hit with Toby. He absolutely loves them. And the great thing is he's strengthening up that pincer movement all the time when he's having these, because he's trying to get them out of this little box. And last up, I know they aren't the biggest kind of sweet treat that you would think of, but I like to keep some gingerbread men in there. These always work really well for a bribe. I don't tend to carry a bib around anymore for Toby, just because I never put one on him at home. He just gets stripped down and eaten, and usually when we're out I'll pick something that isn't overly messy, so I'm not worried about whether he's going to get fully messed up or not. But just in case there's no options like that, I like to keep these by Vital Baby in my bag, and they are disposable bibs and changing mat, and they just have in like a little fold out packet like that. I'm actually out of the bibs at the minute. I've just got the changing mat left, so I need to get some more of these, but these are brilliant and they're so handy just to have in your bag to whip out when you need a spare bib. I also usually have a packet of high chair wipes in my bag, but our last packet, I don't know what happened to it. They must have got left open. They went all horrible, so I need to go and buy another packet of those today. But they're brilliant. They're just a little packet of wipes. I get them from Asda, and they're brilliant for wiping over any surfaces that your children are going to eat on while you're out. We always got a spare dummy in the bag because Toby's in this phase at the minute of just throwing them out, and it drives me mad, so we always make sure we have 1 or 2 spare dummies in the bag. He only really has them when he's going to sleep now. He doesn't really have them just for the sake of it in the day, so it's not very often we need to use the spare. Entertainment wise, I don't really take a lot of toys out with us, just because my children are notorious for losing them. But I do like to keep a couple of things in there just in case they're bored, but to be honest, it changes daily. It depends what Livy is in the mood to take out, and it depends what Toby's currently loving. But one thing I always do take out at the minute is Toby's favourite little doggy. He's at nursery at the minute, that's why I've been able to have this. It's just a little jelly cat doggy, and he absolutely loves it, and every time he sees it he goes woof woof. Another thing I always keep in the bag is a packet of crayons. We usually have a little notebook as well, but again, that has run out. I need to go and stock up. I probably should have stocked up before doing this video, but crayons are brilliant to keep in your bag, as you can just find anything really for them to draw on. First aid wise, I always keep a bottle of Ambisol for teething in there. I also keep the little teething powder packets. I have some Savlon, I have plasters, and I always take out Calpol as well, but that's in the kitchen at the minute because we needed to use it last night. I also always keep one of these little clips from Rosa and Beau in my bag. They are so handy for clipping toys and blankets and all sorts on the pram, so I always keep one of these close by. The last few bits are more for myself. Like I said, sometimes I will take an extra bag out for me. If we're going on a big day out and I need more snacks and things in the bag, then I don't really have room for my things, but most of the time, I'd say more 99% of the time, all my things are in the changing bag, as it's just easier to keep it all together. So the one thing I always keep in there is this little pouch. So in there is just feminine products, so it keeps them all nice and together. I did used to keep everything I needed in there, like my lip balm and all those bits, but I switch them up every day now, so they usually just go in the front pocket of the bag. I do keep like my spare contact lenses in there as well. I always like to take a spare pair of those out, and I also keep a spare bobble in there in case my hair's ever annoying me. Also in the bag, I keep a packet of paracetamol, because as a parent you never know when a headache is going to strike. I also keep a hand cream in there. At the minute I'm loving this Garnier Intensive 7 Days cream, so I just keep that in there because I'm always using the anti-bac gel, which I actually do have attached to my bag there, the Dettol one, so I'm always using that, and I find it can make my hands quite dry, so I like to have this in there just to top up. I have to have a little snack in there for myself, but I'm trying to keep my snacks low calorie again at the minute, so I've just been having these rhubarb and custard sugar-free sweeties from Aldi, and they're only 16 calories for one, and they're brilliant for just curbing that sweet tooth when it hits. I also keep a body spray in there. At the minute I've just got Impulse one. I just get whatever's on offer. It's not always an Impulse one, but I like to keep this in my bag just to freshen up. I also keep in there these mummy cards from Isabella and Us. I absolutely love these. They're little mummy win cards. So I'll show you a couple. This one's funny because it's not appropriate. Today I used a handbag instead of a changing bag. Today I did the shopping in peace. So I like to keep those in there just in case inspiration ever hits, and I do have one of these mummy wins so that I can snap a quick picture and share it. So yeah, they're by Isabella and Us. I'll leave a link to her shop in the description below in case you fancy picking some of these up. The sun is finally starting to make an appearance, so I've been keeping some sunglasses in there. These ones are just from Primark and I absolutely love them. I love the colour of them. I also keep my purse in there, obviously. And last but not least, I always have my phone in there. So that is an essential for me. So I'll just quickly show you where I put everything in the bag and how I keep it all organised. As you can see, there are loads of pockets in this bag, so you're not going to run out of space. There's a place for everything, and I love how it keeps everything neat and tidy. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you in some way. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and pop back and see some more of my videos. I upload on a Monday, a Wednesday and a Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!